If the world was one village of 100 people, if the entire world lived in one small village of 100 people, what you're about to hear would completely change how you see humanity. Stay with me until the end, because the last part explains why the future of the world depends on understanding this. Right now, we live separated by borders, flags, languages, and beliefs. But imagine for a moment that all of that disappears. Imagine the whole world compressed into a single village of 100 people, one street, one community, one shared future. This is not imagination. This is perspective. In this village, most people would not look like the faces you usually see in movies or on TV. Most would come from Asia. Many would come from Africa. Some would come from Europe, the Americas, and island nations. Different skin tones, different hair textures, different traditions. Yet every single person would share the same basic human needs: to eat, to be safe, to be loved, to belong. And here's the first truth that shocks people. Most people in this village would not speak English, not as a first language, not fluently. Yet somehow, we've built a world that often assumes one voice represents all. If most people don't speak the dominant language you hear online, who is being heard and who is being ignored? Now let's talk about money. In this village, wealth would not be shared equally, not even close. A small group would control most of the resources. They would live comfortably. They would feel secure. Meanwhile, many others would struggle daily, not because they are lazy, not because they lack intelligence, but because opportunity was never evenly distributed. Some people would worry about investments. Others would worry about survival. And yet, they all live on the same street. Imagine walking past your neighbor knowing they have more than enough, while another neighbor worries about their next meal. This is not a distant problem. This is how the world actually works, just spread out so we don't have to see it. In this village, not everyone would have access to clean water. Not everyone would have reliable electricity. Not everyone would have access to healthcare. Not everyone would be able to read or write. Some children would go to school every day. Others would work instead of learning. But here's the part that hurts the most. None of these children chose where they were born. Take a breath. Now ask yourself honestly. If you had been born into a different home, a different country, a different situation, how different would your life be right now? In this village, many people would not have internet access. They wouldn't see viral videos. They wouldn't post opinions. They wouldn't get to tell their story. Yet decisions about the world are often made online, by those with the loudest voices, not necessarily the most representative ones. The digital world feels global, but access to it is not. In this village, beliefs would vary widely. Different faiths, different spiritual paths, different world views. But most people would believe in some form of meaning beyond themselves. They would pray differently, celebrate differently, live differently, and yet they would all want peace. The problem was never our differences. The problem was what we did with them. Some people in this village would have experienced war. Others would have fled their homes. Some would carry trauma that no one sees. And yet, when fear spreads, we often forget one simple truth. Most people want safety, not power. Peace, not control. Stability, not chaos. Despite everything, despite inequality, despite conflict, despite history, this village would still survive. Why? Because humans adapt. Humans help each other. Humans build communities, even in the hardest conditions. Here is the most important part. If the world were truly one village, there would be no them, only neighbors. No distant problems, only shared responsibility. No forgotten voices, only unheard ones. Different cultures, different stories, different struggles. But one planet, one future, one humanity. If this video made you pause, if it made you see the world differently, then this channel is for you. Because this channel isn't about countries, it's about people. Subscribe if you believe the world makes more sense when we understand each other. The world is not divided by borders, it is divided by understanding, and understanding can change everything.